Hello students, a very good morning to all of you all. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the online session. Actually, this is our normal theory classes. So today it's actually the end of the month, so we gave it free to all. So this is not a seminar, so recording and all those things won't be given, so don't ask for those things. This is just our normal theory classes. It's open to all today. Okay, so the ones who are coming, they can come and they can check about our classes, and if they want to join our theory classes, they can join. So this is our normal theory timing. So I warmly welcome all of you all to our session. So yeah, give me 1 minute. Here one idiot is coming. I know. You all are third class fellows who are coming. Okay, so now this is our normal theory session. Okay, so the students, new students, don't worry. Today we are going to learn about the reactivity of the metals. So this is coming under unit 16. Okay, this is coming under, is the recording going on? Yeah, it's coming under unit 16 about the reactivity of the metals. And last week we studied about all the balancing equations. Okay, all the balancing equations, all the types of chemical equations and the chemical types of chemical reaction, all those we have studied. And I have given more than 40 more than 40 balancing equations. I hope my students, they have done it. So today we will go to one of the most interesting and very important part, that is the reactivity of the metals. So before jumping into anything, reaction of the metals with air, reactions of the metals with water, reactions of the metals with iron, anything. Okay, before going into anything, first itself I will give you one of the easiest method to identify the metal and the reactivity of the metal. I wanted to give this at last, but I understood that some students, if I give at last, okay, they don't have the ability to analyze and get the answer. Normally I want you itself to get the answer, but no problem. First I will give you the answer, the main thing. Okay, and then I will give the answer, and then I will give you the main theories. Okay, so we will start the camera. I hope the board is visible. Yeah. So before going to, so many of you all have not seen me. Some already know me. So I am Rehan Rahim from the Medical University of Colombo. So thank you for coming to our session. So today I will be teaching you one of the most important thing in a very short method. Okay, in a very short method. What's that? The activity. Normally we call it the activity series or the reactivity of the metal. We'll say activity series. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, let's say the activity series or the reactivity of the metals. Activity series or the reactivity of the metals. Now, what is this activity series? What is the reactivity of the metal? All this we will understand after doing all the reactions. But I will tell you, after doing all the reactions, to analyze and get it, it's good, it's very good, but I will save you more and more timing. First, I will give you the short form. Here we are going to arrange the metals according to their reactivity. Ascending order, descending order from highest reactivity to lowest reactivity. From highest reactivity to lowest reactivity. There are many metals in our periodic table, but out of that, in our syllabus, they have selected about 15. So we will write that 15 in one proper order. Normally in grade 10, you have to memorize the periodic table. Some students are still struggling with the periodic table. So that's why we gave some short forms. Hi, he, London, B, C, not only Friday. Nia, Nana, MGR, Alladi, Sivaji, P, S, Kla, R, Ka, Ka, or else some Sinhala song, some Tamil song, some English song. Many were given. Okay, so that is one part. That is first term, old stories. Now we are coming to the new story, that is the activity series. Now you all will tell me, sir, that periodic table itself hard for us to study. How about the activity series? Don't worry at all. Don't worry at all. I will give a very short form. Okay, if you know little bit of Sinhala, okay, little bit of Sinhala, Yanna, Enna, Isara Bainava, that kind of Sinhala is enough to understand this. Okay. I will give you in 3 groups. The first set is, I will write the normal one, potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium. If you can remember potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium, yeah, that's good. That's good. That's your talent and that's good. But most of the students can't remember like that. So I am giving a short form in Sinhala. Try to learn this. Very simple Sinhala. Kalekata ne cash mage almariye. Kalekata ne cash mage almariye. What is the meaning of that? It's a true meaning. At times, I don't have money in my almera. Kalekata ne cash mage almariye. Kalekata means K, ne means sodium, C cash means Ca calcium, mage is Mg. Now everyone know, ne? Manike mage hite, mage, my, Mg, and almariye is aluminium. Kalekata ne cash mage almariye. That is the first set. Very simple. In schools they are struggling. Okay, the teachers are saying potassium, memorize calcium, sodium. Students can't memorize, especially the boys. Okay, normally I am giving many methods to the boys because girls, they have a natural tendency to memorize more. But boys, you know, no? As a boy, I know how the boys' attitudes are. So very simply, if you learn like this, within 2 minutes, this will be there in your mind. Kalekata, repeat with me. In your home, repeat, shout and study. If it goes to your mouth only, it will go to your mind. Psychology says that if you say something more and more times in your mouth, then only it will go to your mind. Okay, so first say it from your mouth. Kalekata ne cash mage almariye. Kalekata ne cash mage almariye. Okay. Then the second set is Kalekata ne cash mage almariye. Now this is in English, so very simple. Zainab. If you like Zainab, you can put Zainab. If you don't like Zainab, you put some other name. Zain, Zaina, whatever you like. Something with Z and N. Zainab, I like Zainab, so I am putting Zainab fear snakes publicly. Zainab fear snakes publicly. If you look at their real names, zinc, Fe, iron, Sn, tin, Pb, lead. Name is different, symbol is different. Name is in English, symbol is in Latin. How to memorize? So this is, I think, the one of the easiest method. So now my grade 11 students are there, more than 200 students. Everyone has gone through this and they are saying this is the best method. Zainab fear snakes publicly. Zainab fear snakes publicly. In public, if the snake come, Zainab will get scared and run away. A very simple story for you all to remember. And it's a normal story. Any girl will be scared of snakes in public. Okay. Then the next one, there is a hydrogen below this. Okay, that's not a metal. That's not a metal. Why this hydrogen is coming? I will tell you later. It's like a boundary. Just think like that. It's a boundary. Hydrogen. Hydrogen is not a metal, but we are putting under this. Why is that? I will tell you later. I will tell you later. Hurry. Then Zainab fears snakes publicly. Ekata passe, again from Sinhala, CU, Hagrid, Agridge, Partiya, Aulvela. When you all are meeting someone and going, you're saying, no, see you, bye. See you. Hagrid, Agrid, Partiya, Aulvela. Hagrid, Agrid, Partiya, Aulvela. You all know Hagrid, right? Everyone knows Harry Potter. In that Harry Potter, there is a big fat person with a beard and all. He's Hagrid, no? Hagrid, Agrid, Partiya, Aulvela. Okay, you can learn like that. Okay, that's the normal method. Kalakata nෑ cash mage almariye. Zainab fear snakes publicly. Then hydrogen. See you. Hagrid agreed ge partiya aul vela. Very simple Sinhala. If you don't know this Sinhala, no use of living in this country. Go out of Sri Lanka and go and live somewhere in Saudi Arabia or somewhere in another language speaking country. If you are in Sri Lanka, at least this little bit of Sinhala you should know. I think all of you all would understand this. See you Hagrid ge partiya aul vela. Okay, and if there is any Harry Potter fans, real Harry Potter fans who have read all the 7 books of Harry Potter, just raise the hand. For y'all, I will give you a small another tip. We'll see how many Harry Potter fans, and really they should have read all the 7 books. Then only they will understand this. Interesting. Quite amount of student. Okay, more than 100 Harry Potter fans are there. So for the Harry Potter fans, I will tell one thing. But for the other people, non-Harry Potter fans, it will be a little bit frustrating, and they will say, "Oh, sir, Harry Potter, we hate Harry Potter. Why are you talking about Harry Potter?" I'm just telling, because the Harry Potter fans, the real Harry Potter fans will understand Hagrid had a pet. Do you know the Hagrid's pet's name? That Aragog or Agog, it's a spider. Okay, you know when Hagrid got... Okay, this is just a little bit of Harry Potter. Okay. The others don't get offended. When Hagrid was studying in Hogwarts during Voldemort's time, they thought this Hagrid spider is only petrifying the people, but actually it was Voldemort's that Nagini snake. But actually they thought it was the spider, and they chased it to the Forbidden Forest. And again in Harry Potter's time, in the Forbidden Forest, when Harry Potter's car gets crashed and all, that spider comes. So you can remember Hagrid's favorite spider, Aragog or Agog, I think Agog is the name. Both of their party got upset. Okay, like that you can remember. Okay, that is only for the exclusively only for the Harry Potter fans. Okay, others just remember Hagrid ge party aul vela. Hagrid is one fellow, Hagrid is one fellow, party aul vela. So like that you can remember. So if you know this unit is going to be really interesting, because in our syllabus, first they don't give this. Okay, first they don't give this. They tell you many stories so that you will get this. Okay, that is an all olden days. Okay, where children will analyze and they will alone on their own, they will do certain things. That is an all Palaya Kalam. Okay, because nowadays students, they want like Maggie noodles, everything. Sir, you do and give, short form you give, theory you give, notes you give. So what to do? If you want to pass, we have to give. So that's why we have made it into a very short form. If you can understand this, you will be able to understand this unit. Okay, once again, finally, Kalekata nෑ cash mage almariye. Kalekata nෑ cash mage almariye. Zainab fear snakes publicly. Then hydrogen, it's like a boundary. See you, Hagrid agreed ge partiya aul vela. Now, if you are writing this straight, okay, if you are writing this in a straight line, it has to come like this. Okay, this is the proper way to write. Kalekata nෑ cash mage almariye. Then second set, Zainab fear snakes publicly. Then hydrogen is a boundary. Then after that, see you, Hagrid agreed ge partiya aul vela. This is enough for your O-level syllabus. If you go in the internet, they will give you some more names and all those things. So that is not needed for your O-level syllabus. This is enough for your O-level syllabus. If you memorize this, it will be very helpful in your grade 10 third term, grade 11 second term, grade 11 third term, under electrochemistry, under electrolysis. Totally you're fighting with the activity series. In grade 10, the teachers are not giving importance to this. So when the students come to grade 11 only, they get a big fuss and make a big fuss. So they didn't teach that and this. Don't worry about that. Now learn. Now you know. No. If you know, you will get the marks. In science, it's like that. If you know, you will get the marks. If you don't know, actually you don't know, you won't get the marks. Okay, so you can't play hanky-panky work in science. Okay, forget all your work. Some teachers are saying, do only past paper, you will pass the science exam. You go and ask the people who got results, or the ones who did only the past papers, fail. In science, they are failed. Okay, there were some theory babas. Okay, normally I call them like that, theory babas. They do only theory, no paper. They think they know everything. It's in the mind. Foolish things. Those theory babas also. Many have failed. Theory babas can pass the exam. C, S, they can get. But to get an A, your theory knowledge and the applying knowledge, that is the paper, that is the more papers you do, the more analyzing the questions, all those if you do only in science, you can get an A. Maybe in health science, that is the easiest subject. If someone tell me they got A in health science, I don't even consider that as an A. Okay, so science is not like health science. So don't think, people are getting A for health science, only studying 2 months, 3 months. That game you can't give to science. Study properly, understand and study. Science is the best subject in the world. Science is the most interesting subject in the world. And that is the subject where you can score the best results. I will give you 1 minute. You can copy this down, shout in the home, read louder, make your parents and your brothers annoyed. Let them shout, what is this always like a Pythium you are shouting in the home? Let them tell like that, no problem. You don't listen to anyone. You shout and learn this 1 minute, and then we'll go to screen sharing, and then we'll do the next part of the book. Okay, good. Okay, then students, we will continue this part. Okay, then I hope you all understood this session. If you just understood, give me a thumbs up, or just raise the hand and show. Then I'll be able to understand if you have. Awesome, good. Okay, Hari, Ella. Okay, man, good. Thank you. Hari, then we'll move to the next part. Now, each and everything, it will most probably will be easy for you to understand. Now, reaction of metals with air. So this topic is a very nice topic. You know that many metals in the world, almost all the metals, they react with air. Okay, therefore you would be able to see that the shine of certain metal objects are tarnished. Tarnished, it becomes like nicely, it was shining, now it has become like dull. Okay, after some times, because some they tarnish very quickly, some they tarnish late, or that means it takes a long time. Okay, now some spellings are wrong here. Okay, the summary is the tarnishing rate or that shine going away, that rate is very slow. For example, gold, it will be shiny for a very long time. But if you take sodium, once you cut, it will be shiny. After few seconds, that shine will vanish. So that means the tarnishing, okay, for the high reactivity metals, it is very fast, and for the low reactivity metals, it is very slow. So why do we give more importance to this reaction with air? Because in the air, okay, now you all know many metals, no? Many metals you all know. Now all the metals in your syllabus I have given you. Those are the metals. So now we'll go for the reaction of metals with air. Okay, why is air important? Because air is not just one component. Okay, air is not just one single component. Air has many different components in it. I hope you all can remember the percentage of nitrogen in nitrogen gas in air, the oxygen gas in air, carbon dioxide, water vapor. Now in grade 9, I think you all have done the grade 9 lessons properly. Not grade 9 actually, in grade 8 or something, you all are learning about the atmosphere. So we know that the atmosphere have 5 layers, 4 to 5 layers. Stratosphere, troposphere, sorry, starting from troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, exosphere. In that troposphere, okay, troposphere only, our main gases, 75% of all the gases are there in the troposphere. So in that troposphere, if you see nitrogen, only nitrogen percentage is 78%. If you don't know, please write and keep. Nitrogen gas is 78% nitrogen gas. And the next one, it is oxygen gas. Oxygen gas is 21%. 21%. Then all the other gases, argon, carbon dioxide, water vapor, everything together, it is 1%. So nitrogen is 78, oxygen is 21. If you add both, it is 99. Then that remaining 1% only, all the other gases in the world, it's just that 1% remaining. Inside that 1%, 0.03%, 0.03. Please write it down if you can't remember. 0.03% is carbon dioxide. Now, when you look at the percentage of oxygen and carbon dioxide, God has created in such a way that both should be maintained in a certain same level. Oxygen, we will take in oxygen and send out carbon dioxide. The plants will take in carbon dioxide and send out oxygen. That method is there. But nowadays, what is happening? We are emitting excess of carbon dioxide due to air pollution. Okay, in biological in biosphere lesson, you will learn about air pollution, land pollution, water pollution in a superb way. Okay, so you will understand all those things and the greenhouse effect, ozone layer depletion, all the problems related to these gases, excessive gases. We will study that. So now we don't need all those things, and we have water vapor. Then when we consider that a metal is reacting with air, we have to check how the metal is reacting with nitrogen gas, how the metal is reacting with oxygen gas, how the metal is reacting with carbon dioxide, and how the metal is reacting with water vapor. So in our syllabus, okay, just remember, for nitrogen, it's a very low reactive gases, so we don't do any reaction related to nitrogen. And also carbon dioxide, it does not react that much with the metals. It reacts, but it's not that important. Therefore, we are not going to study that also. But oxygen, we are going to study oxygen because we call it, when something reacts with oxygen, we call it like a combustion reaction. That is also there, or as normal oxygen. With oxygen, if a metal reacts, what are the oxides formed? Okay, what are the oxides formed? That also we will study. And water vapor. Then we will study metals reacting with water, what is going to happen. Okay, so these two are the most important things, but air has a lot of things. Out of that, we are going to see the two reactions. So today, I hope we will be able to see all the reactions. If we can do that, we have completed one of the major part. So whatever we are going to do next week, I will inform you all those things. Don't worry. So stay until the end. It's going to be a good session until 10 o'clock. So it won't be boring. Normally the students say that my classes, they come to my science classes, it's the only class where they are not sleeping. Okay, and there are some literature classes these days going on. So English literature, those are also very funny and all. So now the teachers' trends are changing. Okay, teachers' trends are changing. I like it. From 5 years before itself, I told teachers should take the student side and teach like a student. Okay, before they used to scold me, no, especially the government school teachers, and don't take this personally, but they used to say, no, we have to be very strict with the student, we should not give them the chance, we have to be very strict. Now no one is, now you can't, now it was old days when the mother and father are strict, the child will study and the child will be obedient. Nowadays, if the mother and father are too much strict, what will happen? The child will commit suicide, or he will call the police, he will call the human rights. Now children have many tools. So therefore, now the approach with the student is like a student friendly teaching method. So before, when I was advertising my method is student friendly teaching method, even my teachers, they said, don't go too friendly with the students, it's a big problem. Yeah, if you go too much with the students, it's a problem. But in the teaching, you have to be totally open to the students and you have to go according to their plan. Now the teachers have a lot of teachers, many teachers, and YouTube, the free seminars I am also watching to see how the teachers are performing. I am really happy. The teachers trend is changing, and the online trend, I'll tell you, the future is online. Okay, the studies in Sri Lanka is going to totally change. Even if Corona stops, many classes will be happening online, and from all of Sri Lanka. Okay, yesterday I was asking in my class, there were some students even from Japan. Okay, because they have migrated to Japan and they are hoping to come back. So now they are stuck, so they are studying from there. There's another child from Malaysia. So even if you go abroad, no problem. Online learning, without missing your studies, you can learn. So that's going to be the future trend. Anyways, now, first one. Sodium reacts very fast with oxygen. Okay, sodium reacts very fast with oxygen. You should know this. You should know even the reaction and the balance reaction of this. Okay, sodium reacts with oxygen present in the air to form sodium oxide. Okay, so now we'll go to the board. Hope you all can see the board. Okay, we'll keep this there. Now sodium, now potassium will react very highly with oxygen, sodium, then calcium. Slowly the reactivity will reduce. Now this one, at last only you should know. But now I have given in the first note. So now before I explain itself, you will know which one is more reactive, which one is less reactive. No problem. That is good. That is good. To know and study is better than not knowing and studying. Hurry. So if you take sodium, sodium symbol is Na plus oxygen present in the gas. Now if I give the states, you all don't need the states in our syllabus. The physical states, sodium is solid, oxygen is gas. I'm just giving only for this. But you don't need in our syllabus. It will form sodium oxide. Now, if they tell you to, now in grade 10, remember, in grade 10, they will, like a baba, they will give you sodium oxide formula. But in grade 11, they won't give. You should be able to write the sodium oxide formula. So we will little bit, because there are many new students, I will just go and touch that also. How to write the formula of sodium oxide. Sodium plus oxygen will form sodium oxide. Name wise we know. Sodium plus oxygen gas will form sodium oxide. Name wise we know, but what about the formula? Okay, my writing is going like this. Don't worry, you all write straight. How to get the formula? Sodium oxide. When going for the formula, you have to go for the valencies. You all know sodium is +1 valency. Now, how to get this +1? If you ask that, I will give a short and tell you to go home, because you should have studied that in grade 10 first term. If you all don't know, actually there are some students who don't know how to make the cation anion. No problem. Those students, in my YouTube channel, there is a video related to ion formation, cation, anion, and how to join this and make a formula. I think that is the most watched video. Maybe 4,000 views are there. Okay, now I have changed my YouTube channel. Before it was Herbal Planet. Now it has been changed to Science Academy. Okay, Science Academy Rehansa. So you can check it. Even if you type Herbal Planet, now my videos only will come. But now I change the name because I want to do a separate Herbal Planet channel for my herbal production, and that's my main target. Okay, my medicine target. So, anyways, so you can watch that. Okay, all that I explained. Now I don't have time. Just one example. Oxide means oxygen. We know oxygen will form -2. It will form -2. I have shown you how to get it from the periodic table. Practically how to get it, all that I have explained. So the ones who are new, please go and watch the video after this class. Then you will be able to understand. Plus and minus, it will get cut. No problem with that. Only the numbers will get exchanged. Na will get this 2. Oxygen will get this 1. We don't mention the 1. Okay, if you can't remember, think like this. This is a boy. He has 1 ring. This is a girl. she has 2 rings. Ring, putting the hand. Now they are going to marry. What will happen in the marriage? Normally, you all have seen, no, in the movies, in the advertisement, they will exchange the ring, no? So they are coming, single boy is coming, single girl is coming. They are going to get married. They are going to become a couple. Then the boy will give his ring to the girl and the girl will give her ring to the boy. So after the marriage, the boy will have the girl's 2 rings and the girl will have the boy's 1 ring. Very simple. Okay, mother is giving to the father gift, father is giving to the mother gift. At the end, both numbers are getting exchanged. Okay, so don't get offended. This is how you study. Okay, if I tell sodium +1, that is -2, +1, -2 exchange, some will understand, some won't understand. But if I tell you there is a boy, he has 1 ring, there is a girl, she has 2 rings, then you will understand more. Okay, you will understand more. Anyways, so that is how you get the sodium oxide formula, Na2O. So in the syllabus they have given, no problem, Na2O, that is also solid. How to balance this? Okay, now we'll forget about the physical states because it's not needed in our syllabus. So how to balance this equation? Last week I have told my students how to balance equations also. Always left side, right side. Before the arrow, left side, after the arrow, right side. Think like that. Left side, what are the elements? Sodium is there, oxygen is there. Right side, what are the elements? Sodium, oxygen. Write this. Now this is the basic method. After you learn the basic method and after you become expert, you don't need to write this. You can just put 1, 2, 3 and balance it. By looking at this, you can balance it. But this is the basic step. First go step by step. Okay. When a child is born, directly it won't jump and run. No, it will slowly only go. The more slow it goes, it will be more consistent. So sodium here it is 1, oxygen it is 2. Sodium ekai, oxygen dekai. Then you have to see this side. This side, 2 sodium, 1 oxygen. What has happened? So you can't cut this 2 and say, now 1 shape like that. You can't do. You have to convert. Now this is 2. No, you have to make this fellow also 2. So you can multiply this by 2 to get 2. First we'll put it. Sometimes we will need to change it. First we will put it, but sometimes we may need to change. No problem. The whatever letters we are putting, we can change. But these ones already given. These 2, those ones you can't change. But whatever letters we are putting, we can change. To make this sodium 2, we are putting 2 here. Then sodium, look, oxygen. This side it is 2, this side it is 1. Here you can make this 2. Can we put a 2 here? No. Totally, we are changing the formula if you put a 2 here. Totally wrong. Okay. We can only put numbers in front of the elements or the compounds. Not behind, not in the middle, only in front. You can't put behind, you can't put in the middle, you can put only in the front. So you put 2 here. When you put 2 here, this 2 is common for sodium, this 2 is common for oxygen. In maths, you all have done that, no? 2 bracket x plus y. That 2 is common for x, that 2 is common for y, for both. So like that, this 2 is common for sodium and this 2 is common for oxygen. So oxygen is becoming 2. While the oxygen is becoming 2, so what is happening to sodium? He is becoming 4. 2 into 2, 4. So this side now only 2. So what can you do? Without putting 2 here, you should have put 4. Then you will automatically get 4. Now you can erase this and correct it and put 4. Can you understand? Whatever numbers you put, you can erase and you can rectify it. But whatever they have given, you can't change anything. You can't change the formula. Only the numbers which you put front, you can change. This is the balanced chemical equation for sodium reacting with oxygen present in the air, or maybe artificial oxygen, whatever, and forming sodium oxide. This happens very quickly. Okay, the PDF will be sent to my students, and if possible, I will put in the free groups also. Under that topic, I have left a space. Once you take the printout or once you're writing, you can write these reactions. For now, you write it in a paper and keep. For now, you write it in a paper and keep. Okay, then we will go to now. This is very simple. I think all of you all have written this. While explaining itself, you would have written it. Then we will go to our screen sharing. So you know that sodium reacts with very fast with oxygen, and this is the formula. Everything is given, so no problem at all. Okay, next one. In our syllabus, they have given magnesium reacts with oxygen slowly. With slowly, it doesn't react with slowly. Nothing called slowly. It reacts with oxygen, but the speed is slower than sodium. The speed is slower than sodium. Then how to write the formula for that? Okay, how to write the formula for that? Now don't think sodium also like that. Therefore magnesium also like that. No. There are some differences. Okay, magnesium reacts with oxygen slowly. Okay, we'll make the change. Okay, Hari. So anyways, we will go to the board and we will write the formula for that. Okay, so you know sodium reacting with oxygen forming sodium oxide. Now we will erase that and we will go to magnesium reacting with oxygen to form magnesium oxide. Magnesium Mg reacting with oxygen gas to form magnesium oxide. So how to get the formula of magnesium oxide? You all should know. Okay, you all should know. Quickly I will be telling that. Magnesium is Mg2 plus. How to get this? You go and watch the YouTube video. If you don't know, magnesium is 2 plus cation. This is 2 plus anion. 2 and 2, what will happen? Normally if same numbers comes, Mg2, they will get exchanged. No, Mg2O2. This 2 and 2 will get cancelled, and finally your formula will be MgO, magnesium oxide. So the formula for magnesium oxide is MgO. Harida. Then how to balance this? Okay, balancing is very simple. This side 1 magnesium, this side 1 magnesium. No problem with the magnesium. This side 2 oxygen, this side how many oxygen? 1 oxygen, 1 oxygen. So you have to make it 2. How to make it 2? You can't put a 2 here. Very simple. I will put a 2 here. You can't do that. If you put that, you are changing the formula and the formula will become totally wrong. So you put 2 here. But if you put to solve one problem, you made this. But from this, you created another problem. Why? Magnesium is 1 here. Now it's 2 here. Because this 2 is common for magnesium and oxygen. So now magnesium is 2 this side. So you have to make this 2. You put 2 here. Now the equation is balanced. So the once you get the printout, okay, nowadays we are not sending the tutes because of the lockdown and all those things. So we are sending PDF. You can take a printout, or if you don't have printout facility, no problem. You can write down everything. Now this one, however, you have to write down. Okay, write down in a piece of paper and keep. After you get the printout, write it on the exact place. Okay, then we'll move to the next one. Metals like zinc, iron, copper reacts slowly and becomes dull after long time. Now, when you look at the board itself, you can understand I have written that order. So from that order, now you all know everything. Okay, you all know the final part. Now only if you know everything, now only I am teaching you all the ABC. Okay, that's why I gave that chart first. Because if you know that chart, it will be very, very helpful. So when going down the activity series, sodium is very reactive, then magnesium is slow, then aluminium is slower than that, zinc is very slow, iron is slower than that, copper is very slow, like that you can say. So zinc, iron, copper, they react. Okay, they react, but the reaction rate is very slow. The reaction rate is very slow. So we will only do the zinc formula. Okay, the zinc formula, we will write it. Zinc, Zn, reacts with oxygen to form zinc oxide. Zinc oxide is ZnO because Zn forms 2 plus, oxygen also 2 minus, 2 plus 2 minus, Zn2, O2, 2 and 2 will get cancelled, and finally Zno will come. There are some students, they have memorized all the cation, anion. Now they don't know the positive, negative of zinc. So today remember, Zn can form +2. What you learned in grade 10 first term, that is the basic. Some extra things you will learn here and there. So that also, like a side dish, you write and keep zinc form Zn2 plus. Whether you don't know, no, whether 1 plus or 2 plus, because it's not coming under our normal periodic table. It is out of our normal 20 element periodic table. So therefore write +2 and keep. So how to balance this? Same like that. Maybe how many zinc? This side how many zinc? This side how many oxygen? This side how many zinc? This side how many oxygen? Think of that, then you will get the answer. Zinc here, this side 1, this side zinc is 1. No problem. For now, no problem. Oxygen this side 2, this side oxygen is 1. You have to make it 2. To make this oxygen 2, you can't put in the behind, you can't put in the middle, you can only put in the front. Only numbers can be put in front. So when you put in front, big problem. Why? Oxygen also 2, zinc is also 2. Now he's crying, I am 2, he is only 1. So you make this fellow also 2. Balancing is very simple. Some schools, they are confusing the balancing. Balancing is a free, it's like a free paper given to your hand. You can put the numbers and you can balance it. Okay, your number only will balance this equation. Okay, so it depends on you how you do the balancing. Harida, okay. I hope all those things are clear. So these are very, very simple things, the basics. Okay, now with the equation, with the balancing, lot of things put together, you're learning in one platform. Okay, then we'll go to the next one. Okay, then when you look at metals like silver, platinum, gold are not converted to their oxides even after heating. Even after a very, 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 very long time, platinum, silver, gold, it does not become oxide. Maybe little bit, 0.01% oxide may be forming, but not like sodium, not like magnesium, not like zinc, not like copper, not like all those things. This is not reacting at all. Okay, now actually in your syllabus, okay, in your syllabus, what are they expecting? They will first give all these things. Sodium is reacting with oxygen very fast. Magnesium is reacting slow. After that, zinc is very slow. Iron is slower than that. Copper is very slow. Silver is not reacting. Platinum is not reacting. Gold is not reacting. So from this, what are they expecting? That the students should understand sodium is reacting faster. Can you see that part in the board? Can you see, no? Yeah. They are expecting us to understand sodium is reacting faster. Then after that, magnesium. After that, zinc. After that, Fe. After that, copper. After that, silver. After that, platinum. After that, gold. Now only few are given. Next, they will give you reaction of metals with water. In that, they may give some other example. Then you will understand calcium. Calcium is in between sodium and magnesium. We'll put calcium here. Like that, they want you all to think and do. So when you think and do, O level will finish and results will also come. So that's why what I did. Don't want this. What is the finalized answer I have given here? The newcomers, I think now many students came. We made a short song for this. කාලෙකට නෑ කෑෂ් මගේ අල්මාරියේ. කාලෙකට නෑ කෑෂ් මගේ අල්මාරියේ. Then Zainab fear snakes publicly. Zainab fear snakes publicly. Then hydrogen is as a boundary. CU Hagrid agreed partia aulvela. Okay, the normal names, it's very hard for me also to memorize. Okay, because CU copper. Okay, Hg is mercury. some other name, some other symbol. AG, silver, PT, platinum, AU is gold. So like that, it's very hard. So I have made a short form. In the starting of the classes, I have explained everything clearly. And finally, we wrote the summary here in the corner. Now we are proving that. Now we are proving. Okay. This is how it comes. So meanwhile, when you're proving, we are writing these things, no? Magnesium reacting with oxygen to form magnesium oxide. These things also can be checked in your syllabus. Surely there are many questions related to this. Later, they will combine these equations with rate of reaction. Okay, with the rate of reaction, and they will ask questions. So then you should know to write the formulas. So each and everything in the syllabus is important. There is nothing called not needed. Everything in science you should learn. Okay, you can't select and learn. In maths, maybe the first question is related to geometry, second question is construction, third question is some things like that. There is a pattern. But in science, only pattern is one question bio, one question chemistry, one question physics. Out of bio, everything you should know. Out of chemistry, you should know everything. Out of physics also, you should know most of the things. Then only you can go for a good A. Okay, the students who are dreaming of getting A without studying certain parts, some people are there. They are saying, sir, we can't understand physics, but superb, we know bio. Can we get A? Go home and sleep. You can't get A. There are some people, sir, I can't memorize bio, but I can do physics very well and chemistry. Can I get A? No. Okay, you may get maximum B or maximum B. But if you want to get an A, everything should be balanced. So that is why science is the hardest lesson. Science, I told you, wait, I will show that. If I have that in my laptop, I was working on it, but I still didn't complete. Anyways, I will show that to you all. 1 minute, give me 1 minute. Okay, I was analyzing all the past results. Okay, I hope you all can see this, no? I think this is the 2016, 17, 18 that analysis. Okay, out of that 1 year, I'm not sure. Can you all see the screen? Just someone raise the hand if you can see. Okay, good, Hari. Good. So today I didn't give the unmute option because no, first itself I told there are some third class fellows who are coming to the nowadays. Recently we are seeing some people who are coming to the seminars and promoting their YouTube channel, putting unwanted names. Okay, so all the institutes are going to take action against them. We'll see. Government schools now they are taking the action. Cybercrime division and all, they are doing it, but for private classes and private schools still that option is not given. We'll see in future. Because of that I didn't give the unmute option, because today's class, it's not a seminar. Today it's not a seminar, it's my normal theory class. It's open to all, because last week no, and also because day before yesterday only results came. Now I know students are firing more than the students who did the O level and send me the result. This year students are struggling. So I'm scared now what to do. Can I study? Can I get A? Their questions are there. Okay, so that's why I thought let's give them free. They want, they can come and they can do properly. So in this you can see now they have given first Buddhism, Saivanary, Catholicism, Christianity and Islam. Those are the main 5 religions in Sri Lanka. No? So for Catholicism and Christianity, you have 2 different subjects. Okay, the Christians know the difference between that. So you all don't need to worry about that. And then we have, that is the religion lesson. Then you have Sinhala language literature and Tamil language and literature. Okay, that is also, it's really hard for the English medium students. The ones who are there from Tamil medium and Sinhala medium, they do that Sahitya, Ilakkanam, Ilakkiyam, Sahitya, grammar, all those things. But for the students who are from English medium, it's a little bit tough. So if you all are doing Sinhala language, you have to do Sinhala literature. Kaviliyanno, Ne, Sahitya, all those, Tamil, Ilakkiyam, Ilakkanam, you all know, you have to do that. Okay, so that's a different thing. So English. This is the easiest subject for the international school student. I have seen international school grade 7-8 students can do the O-level English paper. International grade 6-7-8 students. International school grade 6-7-8 students can try the O-level English paper and get an A. But So much easy paper, but see the situation in Sri Lanka, the Tamil medium students and Sinhala medium students, they are very weak in English. See the fail percentage, see the W percentage. I hope you all can see that. Where is the stylus? 1 minute. 50% fail, 52%. Very pathetic situation of Sri Lanka. Now maybe in future it may be changing. Can you see? 52%. Now let's leave alone those things. Now come to our two main subjects, mathematics and science. Maths, 37% fail. That means out of the 3 lakhs, that is 285,000 students, 1,06,000 students failed in maths. Less than 35 fail, not simple pass, not S, fail. 1 lakh students, 1/3, 37% fail. Can you imagine? Then next, history, less percentage of failing. And then we come to science, 285,000, almost 3 lakh students, 300,000 students. Out of that, 96,000, almost 1 lakh students fail, 33% fail. Then look at the A percentage in science. Out of the 285,000 students, only just 24,000 students are getting A. Only 8% A. So don't dream of getting A without working hard. Okay? Don't dream of getting A without working hard, because to get an A in science, you should balance biochemistry, physics. Okay, now this one only I today wanted to mainly explain for the grade 10, 11s. Because they are thinking if they do little bit of work, they can get A. You can get C. Now see the science C and S percentage. C is also less. S percentage is high. 37% S. I think that is the highest percentage. No, B also low. Only 6% B. 8% A. 6%. Let's say 10%. 10% A. 10% B. Around 15% C and around 40% S. So don't think science is starting with S, so everyone are getting S. This is the reality. Okay. So don't play with science. So total pass percentage, if you see, it's around 66%. That is including A, B, C, S. But when you look at the fail percent, can't even say that. Okay. Later I will show you the analysis. 0 to 10 marks also there are students who's getting for maths and science. Okay. So you have to be very, very, very careful. Now I think you can understand the seriousness. So this is a results of science. A pass, the common, not my classes, my total Sri Lankan percentage. Totally 285,912 students. Out of that, 24,157 students are getting A pass. Try to be one of them. If 24,000 people can, you also can. Think like that. Optimistic. Pessimistic fellow will think, only 24,000. I can't. Don't think like that. Think optimistic. If 24,000 students, not 1, not 2, not 10, not 100, not 1,000, 24,000 students can take A, why can't I take A? Think like that. Okay, think like that and do, or else it's going to be very hard. Always remember this fail percentage is very high in science. Okay, so don't play with science. This one I just wanted to show our grade 11 students, but luckily for the grade 10 also we showed it. I hope it will be helpful for your studies in future. Okay, so we know about the metals reacting with oxygen. Now we'll go to the next part. In the atmospheric air, one is what? One is oxygen. The other one is nitrogen. We are not going to talk about nitrogen. The other one is carbon dioxide. We are not going to talk about carbon dioxide. The fourth one, water vapor. That means water. So how normally atmospheric water also we will check. Normal home water from the tap which you are getting water, that water also we will check. So now we are going to check all the metals with water. So first one, sodium reacts highly with water. Even with cold water, sodium reacts. So because you know sodium is in the top, with water it will react vigorously. In school, I think now you all are not going to school. You don't know the school also. You forgot the school. You said, I know your school life. Really sad, really sad. This is the most enjoyable period of your school life, because O level, that last term, especially for the grade 11s. Okay, I'm always targeting the 2021 batch. The last term is going to be the most emotional period of your O level life, the most life-changing period of your O level life. Your real friends you will identify. Your real enemies you will identify. The friends who are acting like the friend you will identify. Even by now, maybe you I understood, no? How many of your friends are calling and speaking to you? Now in Sinhala they say, no? Dakkot bua, no dakkot ebua. If they are with you, patta friends, bokka friends. But when you are not with them, don't even call and ask, no? Am I correct? On now you all know, no? During this lockdown situation, you know how many of them are speaking, how many of them are motivating you all, how many of them are waiting until you fail. So that's the reality. And also, but actually if you go to physical school, if you go to school only, that real emotional things, the last day where you're going to write on the friend's t-shirt your names, your signs, those days you will never ever forget. Even my O-level t-shirt, I have it now, where all my friends have signed their name, written their name. A-level t-shirt also I have, because I went O-level to one school, then A-level I went to DSN Anayaka. So all those are memories, but I don't know whether y'all are going to get that memories. Y'all may be the luckiest or the unluckiest batch. Lucky in some ways, because y'all are getting this online learning from, now say, all the students from many parts of the country. If I ask Candy, many people will raise their hand. If I ask Jaffna, many will raise their hand. If I say Gaul, many will raise their hand. Even out of Sri Lanka. Anyone out of Sri Lanka, just raise their hand. Give 1 minute, I will put the all hands. Anyone out of Sri Lanka? Okay, there are 4 students. Later I will you send me from which country you all are listening from. No problem. Anyways, so that is one lucky thing. Anywhere you are there online, you can study, you can go get exposed to a lot of new teachers. Superb learning trend is going on. Teachers are also on fire, students are also on fire. The disadvantage, the saddest part is, unluckiest badge, the emotional, the bonding with your teachers, school teachers. The last day they are crying, last days you're crying with your friends, the remembering all the fun you had in school, the first day you came to school, then who are your best friends, all that you're not getting a chance to speak. We'll see if the school start, you will get that, no problem. Anyways, so if you go to school only, you will do this reaction. If you take a small piece of sodium and put it into water, on top of water, it will go here and there, and it will even catch fire. If you put a big piece, it will blast. Okay, be careful. In schools, they have done this and they have got many accidents. That's why normally if your school teacher is a female teacher, she doesn't even take the boys to the laboratory, because scared. That fellow will take one and put inside the pocket, other fellow will put in another fellow's pocket some acids, big problem. So sodium will react like this. With water, it will react vigorously. Can you see some gases being emitted? That is hydrogen gas. So how to write the formula? Now we'll go to the formula. Practically, I can do only this. Okay, now I also don't have the equipments to really show the practical. Because of the lockdown, some are not there with me. Only the PH papers and small things are at home. All the others are in the institute. So anyways, I can now put the pictures and show now. Yeah, now we'll go to the camera. And how to write the reaction for this? How to write the reaction for this? Sodium reacting with water. Always remember, sodium reacts with water and forms sodium hydroxide. Even with cold water, it can do this reaction. Even with normal water, this reaction can happen. Even with steam, this reaction can happen. That means sodium reacting with any type of water. Sodium symbol Na, water symbol H2O. Sodium reacts with water and forms 2 compounds. One is sodium hydroxide and it releases hydrogen gas, NaOH plus H2 gas. This H2 gas only, with your eyes you can see in the presentation, you are able to see the gases coming up and out. Then how to balance this equation? How to balance this equation? So we will go to our normal balancing method and then balance it. Hope you all can understand all those things. Good. Sodium, Na. How many Na? Then you have hydrogen, you have oxygen. This side also, you have sodium, you have hydrogen, you have oxygen. We'll calculate. Okay. For my theory class students, I have told you many methods. There are LCM methods, even number methods. Many methods are there. Now quickly we have to do this. So this side 1 sodium, this side 1 sodium. Currently no problem with sodium. Maybe later we will get a problem. Hydrogen, 2 hydrogen this side 1 hydrogen here, 2 hydrogen here. So 1 plus 2. 1 plus 2, 3 hydrogen this side. Here one oxygen, here also one oxygen. So sodium and oxygen, no problem. Now, only problem is hydrogen. But when balancing the hydrogen, other fellows also will become problematic. That happens normally. And finally, you can calm everyone if you put the proper numbers. So we'll see how to do this. Here, normally if you get 3 and 2, you go to the LCM method. But here you don't have to go to LCM method, because if you can put one number here or here to make this hydrogen an even number, this is known as the even number method. Even number method, first method. If the even number method is not working only, you have to go to the LCM method. Okay, if you get some questions, we will go for that LCM method also. Last week we have explained in my theory classes, I have explained everything. So here you can go to the even number method, because one hydrogen is here, two hydrogen is here. If I put a 2 somewhere here, I can make this 2 plus 2, 4. So because of that reason, I am putting a 2 here to make this an even number. So now 2 hydrogen, 2 plus 2, it's 4 now. Now it's 4. Now can you make this side 4? Yes, you can put a 2 here. It will become 4. Now hydrogen story, hurry. But once you balance the hydrogen, what is happening? Sodium and oxygen are not getting balanced. Why? Look at this. Here, this 2 is related to sodium. This 2 is related to oxygen. This 2 is related to this hydrogen. So hydrogen, it became 2. That is a different story. Oxygen also became 2. Sodium also became 2. Now we'll check sodium. This side 2, this side 1. Now you have to make this 2. So you can multiply by 2 and you can get the answer 2. So you put 2 here. Multiplication always like written front in balancing equation. That is okay. Sodium also, hurry. 2 and 2. This side also it became 2. This side also now 2. Now look at oxygen. When you put 2 here, this oxygen is becoming 2. Oxygen is 2. This side, you put 2 here now. That is common to this oxygen. Automatically that also become 2. So oxygen is also balanced. Can you understand? Okay, there may be some new students who can't understand. No problem. The more balancing equations you do, it will become easy. And finally, I think my students are in that level. When they see the question, they can balance it without writing this. This is just primary. Later, you don't need all these things. Okay, only thing you all should know, first you have to go to even number method. After that, you have to go to the LCM method. If not LCM method, then there is another method you will learn in A level, that is known as oxidation reduction method. Now you don't have any of that. Don't worry, only these two. I hope it's clear. So now you are learning 2 in 1. One is you are learning the reactions plus balancing also. So this one you can see from your eye. Okay, now we will go to the, now if you want the balancing answers, it's there even in your textbook, you can get it. So quickly we'll go to theory. So you can see reality, in reality, when you put a sodium, small piece of sodium, don't put big piece. I will show you what will happen if you put a big piece. Put a small piece and then it will react and it will form hydrogen gas, and the remaining part will form sodium hydroxide. Now you know the reaction. Now you have seen the reaction. You know to write the equation. You know to balance the equation. You know. If you know only, you can write for the exam. Okay. So in science, it's like that. You can't put this samalification game. Shape when science again. If you know the theory, you know, you can answer. If you don't know the theory, you don't know, you won't answer, you won't get the marks. You can copy and write. That's a different thing. Harida. So this fellow, intelligent person, is putting a piece of sodium into water. You can see what is happening. It's blasting. See, see again. Okay, this is like a animation GIF. So, but if you go to Google and type and see, some YouTubers are doing that experiment. Water and sodium, big piece of sodium, it's blasting. It's blasting. Okay, no, we'll go to the next one. And then magnesium does not react with cold water, but it reacts with hot water and with steam. So from this, what can we understand? From this, what can we understand? Sodium does not react with cold water, because cold water is normal, no? Hot water is more powerful. Steam is more powerful than hot water. So sodium can't react with cold water. What is the meaning of that? Sodium, sorry. Listen to this carefully. I made a mistake. Sodium can react with cold water. Sodium can react with hot water. Sodium can react with steam. That means sodium is the most powerful. Then when we come to magnesium, it can react with hot water and steam, but it can't react with cold water. What is the meaning of that? Sodium is not that much reactive like magnesium is not that much reactive like sodium. Therefore, magnesium cannot do whatever sodium does. Okay, it can't do whatever sodium does. Sodium is so much reactive that it can even react with cold water, hot water, steam, no problem. But magnesium, it cannot react with cold water, but with hot water and steam, because hot water is boiling hot water, steam is very powerful water. Those two are already powerful, therefore this fellow can react. But with cold water, it can't react. So what is the comparison they are trying to say? They are trying to say that sodium is greater or more powerful than magnesium. Or in other words, magnesium is less powerful than sodium. Hope you understood that. Then we'll go to the reaction. Because it is reacting with water and with steam in two different methods, we can write two reactions for sodium. So this is a very, very, very common O-level question. There is a metal which reacts with hot water but does not react with cold water. Like that, they will start a question and they will ask everything about magnesium. Okay, so you should know all these things properly and clearly. Yeah, so I will erase all this and we'll go for the writing. Okay, magnesium. Okay, story about magnesium. There is a lot of stories about magnesium. Magnesium alloy. Sorry, you all can't see that part of the board. Magnesium alloy is there. You all know the alloy made out of magnesium. Magnesium. Magnesium, it's magnesium. And the milk of magnesia, like that, many stories are there, no? Yeah, what is happening? Hurry. So when you look at magnesium with water, but I have to mention whether it is cold water, hot water, or steam, because formula of water is same. Ice is also formula same. Ice, not different ice. Water, ice scatter. That ice is also H2O. Hot water is also H2O. Steam is also H2O. All are H2O. So just because I give H2O here for this magnesium, I can't tell a proper answer. So I have to mention whether it is cold, hot, or steam. With cold water, magnesium doesn't react. With hot water, magnesium reacts with hot water or boiling water. I'll put hot here. And forms magnesium hydroxide, MgOH, twice, and releases hydrogen gas. Okay, it releases hydrogen gases. Then, and we'll balance that also. So here I can easily balance 2 hydroxide, 2 hydrogen. So it is 2 water. Okay, now I will go a little bit fast. Okay, now you all know no balancing, basics of balancing. You do more questions. I have guided you. You can go further. Then the next one, magnesium with steam of water. You know steam, right? There it does not form magnesium hydroxide. There it forms magnesium oxide. There it forms magnesium oxide and releases hydrogen gas. So this hot water reaction is different, steam is different. So you have to be very, very careful about that. So how to balance that? That is actually naturally balanced equation. Why? Magnesium 1, hydrogen 2, hydrogen 2, oxygen 1, oxygen 1. Naturally it is balanced. You don't need to balance it. So quickly take down these reactions. So today I didn't give permission to unmute. Normally I give permission to unmute for my class students so they can ask questions, they can clear some doubts. But today I gave it open to all. Therefore, I am not giving permission to unmute. because no, I told again and again, there are some very good people from good families, some unwanted people are there, no? Everywhere there are unwanted people. Normally, for the normal charter classes, these fellows won't go. For the good classes, for the main classes only, these fellows are going and trying to disturb. Okay, I hope all of you all have written that, no? And balance the equation also. These are very important. It will be helpful to you all. The board is clear, right? Or is it laterally inverted? I have given permission to unmute. Someone can tell me.
No, sir.
Clear.
Clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay, it's clear, sir.
Okay, then we'll go to the next part. Now we are going to less reactive ones. So we started with high reactive sodium, then little bit lesser than that magnesium. Now we are going to zinc. Okay, now we are going to go for zinc. Where is zinc? Go. Zinc I have not given. No problem. Then we'll go to with zinc itself. Another fellow is there, iron, but this one is special. Okay, normally if you take things like aluminium and zinc, okay, normally they don't react with cold water, they don't react with hot water. Okay, they only react with steam. Okay, they only react with steam. So you can see one by one what is happening. No, some are reacting with cold, hot, steam, everything. Then later not reacting with cold water, only hot water and steam. Then when going some more below, not reacting with cold water, not reacting with hot water, only reacting with steam. And out of that, the special fellow is iron, because he's having a special reaction. We call that reaction reversible reaction. Okay, you all can look at my shared screen. I have put a special mark because this question also normally comes in your O level. This is a reversible reaction. Reversible reaction. Iron, you know iron, I-R-O-N, iron, irumbu, yakada, F-E, symbol is F-E, yakada, okay? Irumbu in Tamil, yakada or irumbu or iron in Urdu or Arabic, I don't know. In Urdu, it is known as fulad, because we learn Urdu medicines. Okay, anyways, iron does not react with cold water or hot water, but it reacts with steam. Why is steam more powerful? Yeah, hot water vapor is stronger than normal hot water, because steam is more powerful. It can go beyond 100 degrees. Why? You will learn in grade 11. There is a nice graph. The grade 11 students, I think last week only they learned the graph. The steam can even go more than 100 degrees, 200, 300 also steam can go. But water, maximum it can go 100. After 100, it will start boiling. After boiling, it will become steam. Steam can increase its temperature to 300, 400 also. Sometimes 2000 also it can go. Okay, later you will study. There is an industry where you are using steam to burn many things. It's known as the blast furnace, iron industry. In the same chapter it is coming. Most probably next week we will be going to that. Okay, so it forms a metallic oxide and releases hydrogen. So what is special about this? The reaction is reversible. The reaction is reversible. What is the meaning of reversible reaction? This is the first time for the grade 10s we are coming to that. The reversible reactions. Fe, iron is Fe. When it reacts with water, with cold water, no reaction. Okay, cold water, no reaction. Hot water, no reaction. But with steam, from Sinhala we call Humalaya, right? Humalaya. In Tamil we say, what is that? Avi, whatever. With that, if it reacts, it will form oxide, Fe2O3. It will form Fe2O3. This is known as ferrous oxide. It will further undergo oxidation. It will go to its maximum and it will form a special. That's why it's special. Fe3O4. Okay, this is known as ferric oxide. So we will write the ferric oxide formula Fe3O4, not Fe2O3. This is the normal iron oxide. This is a special iron oxide. It is forming Fe3O4 and releasing hydrogen gas. That's why this is special. Because of this special compound, we don't put a straight arrow here. We don't put a straight arrow here. We are putting a double arrow like this and like this. This is known as reversible reaction. If you cool this, if you react this with hydrogen, again it will form iron and water. If you do this way, it will form this. If you do this way, it will form this. So reversible reactions, you can get back the products. If you do the reaction, you will get the products. But if you react the products, you will get the reactant. This side is reactant, this side is product. From the reactant, you can get the product. The product can react and give the reactant. Okay, so those kind of things are reversible reactions. How to balance this? Okay, this is actually a little bit not that much tough. You can see iron Fe. This okay. We don't need to write anything. We'll look and answer. May how many Fe? 1. May how many Fe? This side 3 because there is a 3, you know. So how to make this fellow 3? You put a 3 here. You can't put anywhere else, no. Then look at hydrogen. 2 hydrogen here, 2 hydrogen here. No problem. Oxygen. Maybe just 1. Maybe 4. So to make this side 4, you are putting a 4 here. But that is causing a big problem. Why? It is not only for the oxygen, it is for the hydrogen also. So it's making 8 hydrogen. Now I have to make this side also 8 hydrogen. So I can put a 4 here. So this is the balanced chemical equation of Fe reacting with hot steam and forming a special compound. This is known as ferric oxide. The normal Fe, it forms Fe2O3. That is different. You write separately Fe2O3. That is ferrous oxide. But this is ferric oxide. I hope this is clear and you have learned a lot of new things today. And we'll move to the next one. Please write down the reaction, and this arrow mark is very important. Harida, good. Then we'll go to the next one. Okay, now once you get the printout, below each and every topic you can write, okay? So normally, you know, no, for this, I have told you for this animation and for all the presentation, I spend a lot of time. Okay, many teachers now, actually I used to say that I used to be the best one who makes a lot of presentation and all. Recently, I was going through some teachers, some other teacher was there, that person is also doing a lot of effort. Okay, it's a teacher for English literature. Good person, he is also doing so much effort for to make the presentation beautiful. Okay, because the presentation only is key, is that will come to your mind when you're doing the exam and all those things. Okay, so as teachers, we spend a lot of time and effort for these things, so everything is made easy for you all. When you look at the textbook, you get angry, you can't study. But with the tudes and the presentations, I think it will be helpful. So please don't waste our time, our effort. Okay, don't let it go in waste. Get the results. That is the best gift. So yes, day before yesterday, I got my best gift. One of the best gift. Okay, one of the best gift. Every day I get that gift. That is actually not money or not gift from the students. The results. Okay, the best gift which you can give to your teachers and your parents in this time, in this age, it is your O-level result. Okay, so especially the grade 10s and 11s, it's time. It's time that you start hard work, real work. Now you have online platform. There you can select the best teacher Now, for example, before this trend was not there. If you are in Colombo, you have to go to only Colombo teachers. You can't go to Kandy, no? Now, if you are in Colombo, you can go even to Kandy or Jaffna teachers. If you are in out of Colombo, you can come to Colombo teachers. Okay, so that is the specialty. Okay, so there are superb teachers. Okay, I won't agree. Some still children are saying no teachers. Superb teachers are there, but only thing, as an institute, I can't tell the teacher's name and promote other institutes in this. Okay, so you can search, you can go and you can search and you can find those teachers, and you can, your O-level life will be really good with lot of experience, lot of things. Okay, so I sometimes I'm jealous of y'all, because if I had got this opportunity, when I was doing my O-levels, because all the good teachers, they are motivating the students every day. They are giving presentations, they are showing very good presentation skills, the talking skills, speaking skills. Okay, their classes are not boring. I am jealous of y'all, man. I'm jealous of y'all because y'all are getting so much opportunity. Okay, anyways, metals like silver, platinum, gold, they are, you know that they are in the bottom of the activity series, so they are very low reactive. They don't react with cold water, they don't react with hot water, they don't even react with steam, they don't react with anyone, no, because they are stable. Maybe they are stable, they are not reacting. Okay, so that's why they are expensive. If you are reacting with everyone, you would become less valuable. Okay, normally it's there, no, there are no, I'm just saying a real life example, because we have seen some places there are girls. Okay, now I'm not criticizing anyone or pointing out it to anyone, but in our physical classes, when we used to go to class, we saw there are some girls and some boys also, they go and socialize with everyone, and you know, they become like cheap. But there are some people who, when it is needed, they will speak. If not needed, they will just wait. They are calm, they don't fight with anyone, they don't go and speak to everyone they see. Okay, so those kind of people are expensive, okay, and they are precious than these fellows who are like going into every fight. For boys, I'm telling, going into every fight. Whenever there is a fight there, they are going there. Whenever there is a fight here, nowadays no fights. I am really happy, because big match season, there is big match fight. You know, no, Colombo students might be knowing what I'm saying. We have big match. One season is there. Isipatana versus what school I forgot also. Thurston, Royal versus DS. Royal versus St. Thomas's. DS versus Mahanama. Every year the big match is there. During the big match, fight. Okay, so now this year online, no fight, nothing is there, so I'm good, I'm happy with that. But for girls, okay, there are some girls, they are talking with all the boys, and you know, they lose that preciousness. Okay, so when needed, you can talk. Unnecessary, you don't need to go and chat with everyone you meet or see, because in life you can be precious like gold or cheap like aluminium. It's up to you to select. Okay, then we'll go to the next one. Reactions of metal with dilute acid. Okay, so this is also a nice, good topic. It's a long topic, because with each and every metal, you have to put the acid and see whether they are reacting or not, like that you have to check. So shall we start that? Yeah, no, I think we have only 15 minutes left. I think we'll be able to finish that, no? We'll see. Luckily or unluckily, we can manage to finish it. Balamo. Yeah, we can finish it, Buddha. We can finish it with your support. You'll also quickly take down all the notes, whatever needed, all those things. I think we can finish this today's class successfully. This is my target. From so yeah. Hurry. Reactions of metals with dilute acid or maybe strong acid. If you put with strong acid, sometimes it will blast. Especially metals like sodium, potassium, even magnesium, it's slightly reactive. Okay, not totally not reactive. It's reactive, but not like powerful like sodium. Okay, magnesium is also reactive, sodium is also reactive, but the best is sodium, second is magnesium. Why are we not talking about potassium? Because potassium, it's sometimes you don't find it in the raw material form, very hard to find it. Sodium you can find everywhere, that's why always sodium. So when you look at sodium, it reacts vigorously with acids. Already it reacts with water. Water is a non-reactive one. It's reacting with that itself. It reacting metals. Sodium is reacting with oxygen. When you take acid, acid also reactive. No, when you put acid on someone's face or hand, they will burn. That kind of acid when you react with a sodium. For example, a naughty fellow and another naughty fellow get together, they will cause a big damage, no, especially in classes and all. If two talkative fellows get together, chata, they will talk and wait. So like that only, sodium is also reactive, acids also reactive, no? So what are the acids there in your syllabus? Quickly, I will give all the acids. Quickly take down the names. There are strong acids, there are weak acids. Yeah, quickly I will give it. Please take down the names. The grade 11s, they know, because I have given a free seminar related to these things, acids and bases. It's there in YouTube. The grade 10s also, you all can watch it. So what are the acids present in our syllabus? HCl, hydrochloric acid. Then next one, sulfuric acid, H2SO4, and HNO3, nitric acid. Hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, nitric acids. These are the strong acids in our syllabus. These are the strong acids in our syllabus. Then we have some weak acids. H2CO3, carbonic acid. H3PO4, phosphoric acid. Made out of carbonate, carbonic acid. Made out of phosphate, phosphoric acid. And finally, we have a special one, CH3COOH. This is given a special name. This is acetic acid. This is present in vinegar. This is the formula of vinegar, acetic acid. That is also weak acid. Okay. But today's reaction, we are going to see with all the strong acids. Okay, anyways, I thought we'll take a 5 minutes break. Okay, we'll take a 5 minutes break, and you all can write this down, and we'll continue. You all write down the acids, and you do a small check about whatever we studied. We'll take a 5 minutes. I think on a stretch, it's hard for you all also to concentrate. Okay, I will keep the video on so you can check it. Okay. Okay, just 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes. After that, we will start the last part. Okay, then students, I hope all of you are ready. Yeah, then we will continue the next part. So we know that, Hari, so reacting with acids. So here with any acid, if you put sodium, it will react vigorously. With water itself, you saw how much it's reacting. No, it's blasting. Then with acids, it will cause an explosion. With acids, it will cause explosion. You have to be very careful. You should not even try this at home or at school or anywhere. Okay, but some YouTubers, they have tried this, and even some have got injured, because even the cup where you're using the beaker, if it's a glass beaker, it will blast and that pieces may splash on you. Okay, you have to be very careful. If you're trying this, if you like to try this, no problem. You can have a very big long stick and you can keep the metals in that stick, and you can keep the acid far away and slowly put and run away. Keep a camera to record everything. Okay, but don't try. You will get serious injury, because acid burns are stronger than fire burns. Very hard to treat acid burns. Fire burns also you can treat. Now there are many surgeries, but acid burns, it's very, very, very hard. I hope you can understand all those parts. So next one, now we are going to the less reactive ones. Okay, so if you look at, for example, metals like aluminium and zinc, when you put them inside acids, they won't blast, they will react, but only you can see small air bubbles. For example, aluminium and zinc, you can see bubbles, fast bubbles are coming. So should we go for the equations? I think you all can get that equations, no, from your syllabus book. Okay, so these reactions, I won't give the equation for each and everything I gave, no. So you all write the reaction for magnesium with HCl, try magnesium with sulfuric acid, try and see, try different combination, sodium with HCl, and better to write all those things. So that is like a homework I'm giving you all. You all can write the equations for these ones. Then aluminium and zinc. Okay, then they are below zinc, aluminium, all those things are below sodium and magnesium and calcium. Therefore, their reactivity is less than sodium, magnesium, but they are reactive. Then after that, when you go some more below, for example, iron, tin, lead, those kind of things, they are reacting, but very, very slowly. Can you see the air bubble difference in this first situation? High amount of air bubbles, and the second situation, less amount of air bubbles. There also you can write. Now, what is this air bubble, air bubble, air bubble? Those are the hydrogen. Now, can you all remember? I was telling you all, at the end, I will tell you one thing. Why this hydrogen is there in the middle? This hydrogen. Now, you know, Kalekatane, Cash, Mage, Almarie, Zainab fear snakes publicly. All that you all know, right? All that you all know. Then I told you these are metals, but this non-metal fellow, why did he come here? Why did we put hydrogen here? Just remember one single thing. Whatever metals above hydrogen, they can react with acids and release hydrogen gas. Whatever air bubbles you're seeing in this reaction, those are hydrogen bubbles. Then the metals which are below hydrogen, they will never ever react with acids. Okay, they will very, very slowly and normally. Now, if you leave away copper, the mercury, silver, platinum, gold, they won't react with the normal acids. Can you understand? That's why the hydrogen is there, to show that above hydrogen, all the metals, Kalakrana, Cash, Mage, Almarie, Zainab fear snakes publicly, that set, that 9 elements, they react with acids and release hydrogen. When they react with acid, they release the hydrogen. So I want you all to try and write each and every equation for each and every situation. And the final one, but metals like gold, silver, platinum, all those things, they do not react with the acids. They do not react with the acid. Okay, so reactions of metals with solutions of other metallic salt. So we'll go to this next week. Okay, these are very simple thing. You put one metal here into another solution. What will happen? One part of that solution will be broken and it will form a new formula. Okay, shall we do this and also finish it? What's the time? No time. only 5 minutes left. Okay, no problem, because now after this I have to start my grade 11 session. Okay, so that's why I'm going to stop it. No problem, next week we can learn. It's just one small part, one small theory, but I want to explain in a very nice way. That's why I want the time, minimum like 5-10 minutes I need it. So anyways, so next week we'll do that and then go to the new section. So finally, I hope today you understood from all these reactions. Finally, they are telling you from the above activities, we are able to understand that the metals have an activity pattern. Sodium is always greater than magnesium. Magnesium is greater than aluminium. Aluminium is reacting better than iron. Iron is better than lead or copper. Copper is better than silver. Silver is better than, like that. You get a pattern. After studying all the pattern, when you arrange the metals according to their high reactivity to low reactivity, it is known as the activity series. It is the descending order of the reactivity of the metals. This only first itself I gave you, I gave a short form also. I hope all the students were there at that time. Hope you understood those things. If possible, I will try to post the recording in YouTube if possible. Okay, I will check and I will post it. So the ones who are not there, then you will be able to study that short form again. So now I think you can finalize it, finalize the activity series. So then the users of the activity series, yeah, that also I think better to see next week, no? So we don't have time to see all those things. So next week, my main topic will be electrolysis, thermal reduction, and physical method of extraction of the metals. Okay, so this will be our next week's topic. So next week is next month, September, October is starting. Okay, so we will be studying this thermal reduction, physical methods, and electrolysis. Those are the extraction methods of the metal. So we will start with this users of the activity series, and then finally we will be moving to the extraction methods next week. And within another 2 weeks, we will be finishing that and we'll be going to our new lesson. Okay, so some students are asking about the classes. Normally our grade 10 classes, this is our grade 10 class time, morning 8 a.m. to 9:30, 10. 9:30 is the border, we go up till 10. Okay, so 2 hours. Normally physical classes are 2 hours, online is only 1.5, but I just do till 2 hours, no problem. No, it's not that much boring. So grade 11s will be, that is also on Sunday after 10. So 9 to, so you can keep like this, 8 to 10 grade 10, 10 to 12 grade 11. So the ones who miss the grade 11 students who miss the grade 10, this is a good opportunity. You can come and catch up both 10 and 11. Okay, then we have a separate paper classes. I hope all of you all know that. That's happening on Tuesday and Wednesday. Grade 10 on Tuesday, grade 11 on Wednesday. So if you need, now this is our theory class fees amount. Monthly, it's just 1,000 rupees for the students who are out of Colombo. And the Colombo students, it's just 1,300. Okay, admission fees is 500. So you can get all the admissions by contacting this number. Sometimes I will answer, or else from the institute they will reply for your WhatsApp messages. So if the new students, if you want any admissions or anything related to the classes, you can contact these numbers. And the ones who come to disrupt the seminar, if you want to show your colors, you can give a prank call to my number. I am really happy to answer your prank calls, because there is a superb method to reply to your prank calls. No problem. So thank you for joining this online session. I hope it was interesting and you benefited from this. Okay, only thing is I couldn't give unmuting permission or the chatting permission because I wanted to explain a lot of things. So I hope it is crystal clear. So we will end the session because we have to go to our grade 11 session now. Thank you, students. All the best. Study well and